You've got the caliphate spreading in the north of Iraq. And on the border between Ukraine and Russia, another war is threatened. Russia is trying to pull its troops out of Ukraine, a message that comes as Russia tries to hit the West where it hurts, in our wallets. The Russian President Putin has now signed an order that bans the import of most foods from the United States and Europe. Agricultural products, meat, chickens. The import ban is retaliation for the punishment that the West handed out over Russia's support of the rebels warring in Ukraine. That threatens to hurt several Western industries. Think of it. If all these chickens by the millions that the United States sends to Russia can't go to Russia, what happens? Well, the cost of chickens goes way down. There's a flood of chickens, and all the chicken farmers and everybody associated with chicken farming in the United States, they're all in a world of hurt. If chickens used to be 40 cents a pound, now they're 5 cents a pound. Nobody can make money. The products rot. People need assistance. Good, hard-working people who've been working in very difficult conditions now have nowhere to sell their goods. It could collapse part of this country. If they're going to hurt several Western countries, and that rake in billions and billions of dollars in shipments to Russia. But it also threatens to create problems for average Russians who could find their store shelves empty. So he's hurting his own people while hurting us. The Russian Prime Minister and President Putin's right-hand man says it's the West, not Russia, playing politics.
We didn't want such a development of events. We sincerely hope that our partners' economic pragmatism will prevail over petty political reasons.
We'll show you what is and is not included in this ban. Russians will not have the ability, as I mentioned, to get any chickens from the United States, whether fresh or frozen. Industry analysts say Russia is the second leading market for U.S. chickens. That would be a disaster in the part of the country I come from. It won't stop Russians from eating Western chocolate, though, which is not covered by the ban. But forget about sweets like Snickers. All nuts are banned. Then there's this. Champagne is still fine under the restrictions, as is all alcohol from the West. The Russians, though, can forget about having some cheese with that wine. All dairy products from the West are out. Think what that does to the dairy industry. Some with same thing with Western fruits and vegetables. None of it can go. And that could especially hurt the Netherlands, one of the world's largest agricultural exporters. But the ban will not hurt the West's huge wheat industry. Those grain products, including pasta, would still be allowed under this new plan from Vladimir Putin. Analysts say the ban is a clear sign President Putin is not backing down in the Ukraine. The president reports that some 20,000 troops have gathered near the Ukraine border, an indication that Russian troops could invade. That's exactly what happened in Ukraine's Crimea region, which Russia now claims as its own. And the Kremlin warns it might not stop with an import ban. It's now threatening to restrict its airspace, like during the Cold War. That means jets traveling across that region could no longer fly over Russia. That could add hours to flights to and from Asia and drive prices through the roof. A hike in the airlines could pass on to flyers no matter where they're headed. So it's an enormous mess. And Steve Harrigan is live with the news for us this afternoon. Steve, analysts say this could backfire in a big way.
Shepard, certainly it will hit some Western industries, some specific industries and sellers hard, but in the bigger picture, it really could backfire. It could really cause a spike in inflation in Russia. The U.S. Poultry Council's head says this could end up increasing the cost of protein for Russian consumers, who now will have to pay a lot more, probably, for chicken. As for the overall picture in the U.S., we sell about $1 billion in food each year to Russia. In the bigger picture, that is still less than 1% of total U.S. agriculture exports, Shepard.
Why chickens, though? I mean, it seems like they're always banning our chickens.
It's really a barometer of Russia-U.S. relations, where chickens stand in the trade. In 2008, during the war with Georgia, when the U.S. supported Georgia, Russia banned the import of U.S. chickens. The same thing in 2002 during a tariff fight with the U.S. Ban U.S. chicken imports. They really pick on the chickens for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's one of the few things that the U.S. sells in bulk to Russia. And second, there's really memory from the early 1990s when U.S. food aid really flooded Russia with frozen chicken legs known as bush legs. It helped keep a lot of people alive, but also was a real source of humiliation, a real source of failure in the Cold War. So for Russia now to be able to say we're banning U.S. chicken gives some people who can remember those days a little bit of pride, Shepard.
Probably a lot of people. Hey, Steve Harrigan, good to see you. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Secretary of State